Holy shit! Unless you're stinking McNuggets in my hand, I don't want to hear it.
It's 10:30 a.m. We don't serve chicken McNuggets at this time.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Why not?
Because we do.
You know what?
Did you just hiss at me?
Oh, the world just fucking hiss at you.
Hey, just get your ass out of the car. What's going on over there?
Don't you fucking run away from me, you bad move.
Man, God, holy shit.
I know. Don't make me assume my ultimate form. I will fuck you up. Wait, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna wreck you. Get the fuck back here. Get the fuck. I'm gonna tell you something. You look at the mess.
Ma'am, whoa.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. What? Close that shit. Man, God damn. Oh my God. What the fuck is this bitch on? Holy shit.
What's going on? Did she like get burned by her apple pie or something?
Dude, I have no idea. Alright, we need to call the police. This is out of control. Whoa! Holy shit!
New details on the woman who allegedly punched out the drive-through window at McDonald's because she didn't get what she wanted. Melody Duchesne entered a not guilty plea this morning in Toledo Municipal Court to 1 count of vandalism and 2 counts of assault. Also today, she was indicted on the vandalism charge by a Lucas County grand jury. Toledo police say she got upset at the McDonald's on Main Street in East Toledo when they didn't serve chicken nuggets. Then she punched out the window.
Live, this is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today is September 7th, 2013, and here are your news updates for today. Alrighty then. The Extinction Protocol 2012 and beyond. Middle East crisis while talk of military action on Syria cools. Build up in the region continues. Alrighty then. Japan, Fukushima, E&E News. Nuclear expert. Biggest concern at Fukushima is the huge source of radioactivity from molten fuel and spent fuel pools. Winding up in ocean, the health of the entire North Pacific is at stake. Also, growing sense of crisis at Fukushima. TEPCO very concerned about high levels of contamination in groundwater thought to be clean. Was to be pumped into ocean as part of bypass plan. Let's check out U.S. Canada. See if we'll get over there. If not, we'll continue. I'll keep stalling. Alright, let's move on. We won't wait on that. Breaking news. BreakingNews.com. Let's keep going here. Tropical cyclone Lorena degenerates to a remnant low near the Baja California Peninsula, Mexico. NHC Pacific 2 hours ago. Anything else? At least 7 people hurt after deck collapses during party in Concord, Pennsylvania. Officials say, coming out of NBC Philadelphia 2 hours ago. Carnival Cruise Line's crew member airlifted from cruise ship to Louisiana hospital after falling. That was 4 hours ago. Alrighty then, that's enough of that. Alright, U.S. Canada, E&E News. Radio, we're going to be hearing about Fukushima contamination for decades to come in U.S. and Canada. It's from a physician. Professor, radioactive substances will be blanketing U.S. West Coast for some time to come. There's suggestions pockets of high contamination may get carried over from Fukushima. Also today, let's see if we can get down there to see it. TV, worries in Hawaii over Fukushima radioactive leaks, concern as to whether seafood coming into state is safe. Alrighty then. Moving on. See if we have anything else. Oh, I did read online. The oldest man now is like 165 years old. Wow. And he lived during, he can remember the time when it said Italy invaded Ethiopia. He's an Ethiopian man. And he's like, he remembers the 1800s very vividly. 1890s, wow. That's great. He doesn't even look like he has any gray hair. Alrighty then, I'll try to get a picture of him up on here. Excellent. So now he's the oldest man in the world. Last name is Eba. E-B-B-A. Wow. Alrighty then. Also, Japan, hey, heads up. Japan has won the bid for the Olympics in 2020. The Olympic Committee has gone ahead and awarded Japan with the 2020 Olympics. The last time it was canceled was during World War II in the 1940s. So let's see what happens here. I don't know. All I know is if my kid was in the Olympics, if I was in the Olympics, I wouldn't go over there. I don't know. What do you think? I don't understand that. I don't know if someone's being pacified, or I don't know what that is. Doesn't make any sense. Sounds like a bunch of fluoride heads. Alright. Take care. And I'll see you again on the flip side. I was going to be in the 1984 Olympics in swimming. Couldn't go though, because back in those days, I didn't have anybody to watch my daughter. But I was going to go to Colorado Springs in 1984. Never forgot that one. Had the trainer and everything. True story. The instructor was named Palmer. I was invited to go train. Oh yes. Oh well. Alrighty then. Take care. And I'll see you again on the flip side. Be safe, and I'll put another Kevin Blanch thing on. And see you again tomorrow. Be safe, be prepared for anything. Gosh, I was up really late because I saw that information come in out of Paul Bagley, then Alex Jones. Wow. Heads up on everything. Just everybody be prepared for anything. I'll see you again tomorrow. Be safe and be prepared. I'll see you tomorrow on the flip side. I got your backs.
They'll be calling you a radical. A lot of stuff to talk about Fukushima. This is a study that Geneva sent me that I hadn't read through before. As people think in the United States, they think, oh, the Fukushima tale hasn't been told. Obviously, there's no studies out there. There's been no marine biologists in the marine ecologists, no food experts. There's none of them been there. Because CNN didn't tell me, ABC didn't tell me, Reuters didn't tell me, BBC didn't tell me, CBS, Fox News didn't tell me, so it can't be. It's all over. Why is it all Europeans? Isn't it pretty crazy? Europe doesn't live on the rim of the Pacific Ocean. But they know that we're all tied together. And this is, I pledge allegiance to the United States under God, 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 because General Electric is God. Nuclearism is God. These People have names and addresses. I've read them over and over and over. Go to their fucking front of their house and protest. Right here. You read through this thing. Wow. Currently allowed in food. Well, let's go back here. The entire German population were to eat foods exposing individuals to only 5% of the contamination currently allowed in food imports from Japan. At least 7,700 fatalities could be expected. This figure doesn't even include the secondary consequences of a wide range of greatly varying diseases and genetic doses. Now remember, this study was done very early. I mean, I think everybody probably, even people like me, hypothesized and logic set in that at some point the United States Army and the United States Navy, because TEPCO is the United States, because the United States Army and the United States Navy are the Queen's Fleet. They are the Dragon Slayer. They are the Queen's Fleet. As you pay the Dragon Slayer, at some point the Queen would have ordered her puppets to go in and clean this up, but then even I thought that this would be entombed at some point. Now, people that say, "Oh, you know why?" They don't know how to clean it up. They have no clue. And to this asshole at Forbes who wrote this article, just dump it in there. As Dave Parrish says it best. By the way, Dave Parrish has been with me from day one. The people that have been from me day one, I've been on this from even before it happened. I have that's the beauty of YouTube. Proof, 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 proof. All you people that showed up now and whatever, oh, we love you and we need you. You want to help us? You know, help me. Support me. Help me in my fight. Help us. We do this for free. We do this for free. You know, we do this out of the good fight. You know, it's fight or die. As I run into this beautiful female that I used to date a few years ago, and she says, "God, Kevin, where have you been? You know, there's been a bunch of people looking for you." And I says, "I've been on an LDS mission." She about fell over. She says, "What?" "Yeah." I says, "I've been on a 2-year LDS mission." "What? Are you crazy? Really?" And I says, "Yeah. I've been in the bone marrow transplant center at the top of LDS hospital, fighting for my life, full of leukemia. I'm in this fight." This vlog's morphed into so. This vlog, conceptually, and my work as an anti-nuclear advocate, my work as a humanitarian, my work as a socioeconomist, as an artist, it all comes down to one common denominator. I'm a humanitarian. Always have been. I stand up and champion the causes. I can break all this down to tariffs, every single bit. That's why we're going to walk to Hamilton's grave, because we need to start a new party. And the new party, you know, a guy told me, he says, it needs to be the Hamilton Party. And I'm like, or the, you know, Hamilton-Jefferson Party. I think it needs to be the Washington Party. I think we need to start a third party, the Washington Party. And I want to say this to the writer who wrote the Huffington Post yesterday, Green, about the sockeye salmon, and I'll show it. First, this is what, I want to help you identify what shills are. What a shill is. Now, some of them are just blatant in your face, like the guy from Florida. Good shills are very subtle. Now, this is the exact argument I had with Arnie Gunderson in the early days. He was coming to my side early. "Kevin, because I'm calling it a nuclear blast and a nuclear meltdown," just exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. Read this line she put in there. From the hydrogen blast. Gunderson, for a week, she was from the hydrogen blast. Jim Walls, from the hydrogen blast. Anderson Cooper, from the hydrogen blast. Sanjay Gupta, from the hydrogen blast. All of them from the hydrogen blast. Where the fuck do they get off? We all know what hydrogen is. I think, you know, we learned that in the 3rd, 4th fucking grade. This isn't a fucking hydrogen blast. Never fucking was. This is the greatest catastrophe in the history of fucking humanity. The Pacific genocide is very, very real. Look, the guy tells me up in the fishery, who I trust very much, a long time ago, burns on the fucking northern cod coming in. The fish that was caught with 2,500 times in it, out in the water. The Pacific's not a bathtub. This is fucking horrific. You know, the Pacific genocide is evil. But the plume gay, as Tony calls it, it's reigned over. So I want people to remember this as far as activists. You know, you want the experts in the world? Shane Russell. There isn't nobody expert like him. This guy is the hardcore investigative journalist. And remember this, he was there from day one. As I was there from day one. The small, teeny, He and I were reporting this and doing the work, saying this is a full court. But nobody reported this as a full court meltdown for a long, long time. We reported in detail from day one. Tony, his beautiful work on Plugate is powerful. We do the work. You wouldn't believe the hours of investigative journalism we do. And I've built my network, because that's how investigative journalists work. My network's been built as I have sources. That's what old school journalism was building up your credibility and building up your sources. You wouldn't believe what I get a day. You guys think you're going to slide something back you shills through. You ain't getting nothing by us. Our army is fucking on it. We've always been on to Greenpeace, the Sierra Club as your fucking grandstand. I got in a fight on the pier down there with Greenpeace and Pacific Beach last month, and they're saying, you're raising your voice, you're raising your voice. I said, there's no fucking noise ordinance here. Look at the fucking, you're raising. I says, I remember when you fucks used to raise your voice. Now you just collect money. Because they've all fallen for it. It's the whole gig. This is, stop with this fucking little down. Now, the salmon? Okay, she says it right here. Everybody's saying it, talking about what's happened to the salmon run so dramatically this year. Last year. Same thing that happened to the sea lions. And the marine biologists, the marine ecologists, all the same thing. We're just looking for funny. But there's people in those departments. I mean, all they have to, and I would say this to you people that protested at Pilgrim, right on. I love you guys. Sam, all of you, thank you. I love you. To the Japanese mom in that area who's organizing, I love you. I love all of you guys so much. Where's your YouTube cameras? Come on, I've been looking on wanting to see that protest out there on the bridge. I'm like, somebody's got to have it. Come on, your video camera, come on. I mean, the old days of freaking doing a protest, beating a freaking drum, and calling the media and hoping they show up, they're fucking gone with the fucking wagon wheel. Please, please. This is fucking protest right here, right now. Where's your YouTube cameras, all of you? Come on, post them up. Send them to me, send them to Jan, send them to anyone. We'll mix them, we'll get them up. To the artist, you're starting to show up. Thomas Ackerman's work, take a look at his work. He's been painting in this from before it even happened.